lesson is kind of fun. You're writing rhythms and learning what to put in between each bar line, reading your time signatures, and kind of figuring out how to count these beats up and what kind of note gets the beat. So time signatures are really fun to learn. So why don't I share Crescendo with you, and let's get started. So the first time signature we're going to work with is 4/4 time. I'm going to get some bar lines in here so we can make sense of our time signature. So in 4/4 time, you see two numbers, you see a top 4 and a bottom 4, but how do we read that? Well, the top 4 refers to how many counts we're going to have between each of those measures. So it's a 4, so we are looking for 4 counts, 4 beats in each of those measures or bars. And the bar lines divide that. And then in the next bar, we start again with count number 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But how do we know what notes to write? How do we tell what note gets the beat? Because there's so many to choose from. We have whole notes, half notes, eighth notes. Well, the number 4 on the bottom number always tells us what kind of note, what kind of rhythm gets the beat. Now 4 refers to quarter note. So our quarter note is going to get the beat. So if I grab a quarter note here, I can draw 4 quarter notes in that bar. And that means I have 4 beats in that bar per quarter note. I'm just going to grab my text here. And so we can see this is count number 1. Then the next quarter is count number 2. Let's set it. And the next one is 3. And then finally we have count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes. But let's use some different rhythms here. What if I do some half notes, a whole note, and then for the last bar, I'm going to add a few more notes. I'm going to add 8 notes, and then let's just switch back to some quarter notes there. Okay, so let's go to text and see how our beats worked out. Remember, we need 4 quarter notes in every bar. So we learned in an earlier video that half note has 2 quarter notes in it. It equals the same. So this half note in 4/4 time is actually going to get 2 beats, counts 1 and 2, and the other half note is going to get counts 3 and 4. So there we see we've got our 4 counts in that bar. Now from a previous lesson, we've learned that whole notes have 4 quarter notes in it. So we've got our 4 counts, 4 quarter notes for that bar as well. Now we have this bar with 8 notes. Now we need 2 8th notes just to equal 1 quarter note. So that first set is going to be 1 count. And then count number 2 is going to come over there on that 8th note. And then we have counts 3. And lastly, our count number 4. So 8th notes, we need 2 of them written to equal just 1 beat in 4/4 time. Okay, let's do a fresh one. I'm just going to delete this. We want to try a different time signature. The other time signature at this grade level that you're doing is 3/4 time. So I'll just scroll down and get 3/4 time. So the numbers have changed. Our top number is now 3. So we are looking for 3 counts in every bar, and the bottom number is still a 4. So what kind of rhythm, what kind of beat gets our count? It's quarter notes again. So in 3/4 time, I could do a half note, and that's worth 2 counts. And then I could do a quarter note. So there's my 2 counts in a half note, plus 1 count for the quarter, and I've got my 3 quarter beats in this bar. Something interesting I wanted to touch base on again is if you want a rest for the entire bar, you don't want to notate anything, we put a whole rest in. Now to use a whole rest, it doesn't matter if you're in 4/4 time, 3/4 time, 2/4 time. We just use the whole rest. It's standard to use, and it means the entire bar of music. 3 counts, 4 counts, however many counts, it's at rest. So if I was actually needing to write my beats in and it's 3/4 time, I would write in counts 1, 2, and 3 on that whole rest. If my counts were 4/4 time, I would add my 4th, oops, I need to go back, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would add my 4 beats in under that rest. It doesn't matter your time signature to use that. The other time signature that you're working with is 2-4 time. So a quick look at that tells us that the top number is a 2. We're looking at 2 beats in every bar. And the bottom number is a 4. So what kind of note gets the beat? Quarter note gets the beat. So if I'm writing this out, I could put a half note there. Half note has 2 quarter notes in it. So there's my 1 bar complete. Another bar, I could add beat 1, beat 2. But let's have one more look at these 8th notes. I could do 8th, a quarter, and another quarter. So just going up to text again here so we can see, we need 2 8th notes just to equal 1 quarter. So beat 1 will happen there. Beat 2 happens on the next quarter. Oh, you know what I just realized I did? I was thinking I was in 3/4 time again. So let's take that away. There we are. Some of you probably already noticed what I did. Okay, so 2 8th notes in a quarter. There's my beat 1. And my last quarter, there's my beat 2. So 2 8th notes in 1 quarter. I've got my bar for 2/4 time. And again, if I want to rest the entire bar at the end, I just use the whole rest and it would be written as 2 counts. I'm just going to stop the share and do a different page with you here because there's one more thing that this unit covers. We are in unit 3 in the Celebrate Theory lesson, book number 1. So I'm going to show my whiteboard here. Unit 3 also talks about ties. Now, they will give you some tied samples, and you're going to have to add up how many counts they are worth. So let's say I had a half note, and then I'm tying that over to a quarter note. So in this book, they want you to tell how many counts do you hold this for. So if we're dealing in 4 as that's the beat that gets that's the type of rhythm that gets the beat, and say 3/4 time. Right here, this half note has 2 quarter notes in it, plus we have a beat here. So you would add the 2 beats plus the 1 beat, and you would say that this tie, this note is going to be held for a total of 3 counts. So I'm going to clear that. Let's try a different one. Let's say that we have a whole note. Let's go to 4/4 time. We have a bar line, and then it's tied over to a half note. So how many counts in total are we going to hold this tied note? So a whole note would have 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. The half note contains 2 beats. So our grand total, if we added them, it's going to equal a total of 6 counts. So you would hold this tie for 6 counts. So that's another part of the exercise that they want you to do in that unit 3, writing the beats underneath the notes, identifying your time signatures, looking at those time signatures so you know how many beats you're looking for in each bar, and then identifying how long you're going to hold notes if you have tie notes. So I hope this helped you get through the unit 3 now in the level 1 book. If you have any questions, if you want me to see your work and mark it, just let me know and I'd be happy to help you. And don't forget to subscribe because I've got more videos coming in the theory classes. Thank you very much.